Hi, what's up? Welcome. Um, yeah, so yesterday I went live, but I didn't really do many readings because I just wasn't feeling it. Wasn't in the right dimension, you know. And I think I feel a little better today, and I still don't really know how this is going to turn out, but in all the years I've been doing this, sometimes I go live and I realize I'm just not really in the mood for it, and then I just get off, but you never know. Maybe today I'll have a lot of fun and it'll be exciting. I'll figure it out. Hi, Sarah. What up? And if you would ever like a private reading with me, please let me know. My email is in the description box of this video, and my prices are very inexpensive compared to really just everybody else. And I think we would have fun. This video is not sponsored by Bud Light, as if, but you'll be seeing me do a lot of this today. Yeah, Sarah, ask whatever you want. Ask away. Let's have some fun. Does Z have romantic feelings towards me? All right. Let me see what comes up. Oh, shit. Lucky. All right, let's see about this person. Hang on. Yeah. Well, so the cards are kind of telling me that I think he does have romantic feelings for you. I'm assuming it's a he, right? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from these cards. I think he does have romantic feelings. I do think there's some kind of barrier in the way. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something. You don't have to say what it is, but there's something in between him wanting to tell you how he feels and maybe what your situation is. And I feel like, but it has something to do with he doesn't really know how to go about it, or almost like on his end, it would take a little bit of cunning, which maybe he can't figure out right now. But anyway, okay. Hi, Margaret. What's up? Happy holidays. What's everyone doing for the new year? I don't know what I'm doing on New Year's Eve, but you know, knowing myself, I'll probably try to make the day special somehow. But I doubt I'm actually going to stay up at like 11:59 at night. I'll probably just fall asleep early. I want to know if my new friend was planning to set me up if I went to see him on Tuesday. Okay. Margaret. You know, Margaret, I feel like you have the wrong idea about this new friend of yours. Um, the way I'm interpreting this whole thing is that maybe your friend isn't really thinking ahead. Maybe your friend is more the kind of person that just lives moment to moment. I get the sense the cards are sort of wanting me to say that like um, he's not a bad person, but I just think overall you're getting the wrong idea about this whole thing, about the question you asked me. I think you just are maybe having kind of false expectations of what maybe he's planning to do. And that's all I really got. Um, but anyway, I'm not sure what that means to you. Anyway, because when you say set me up, I don't even know what you mean by that. I mean, set you up for failure, set you up on a date. Like, I don't know what you mean. But as far as I know, I think whatever you're thinking now, I think you have the wrong idea about what to expect. All right. Okay. Well, if you think he's setting you up for failure, the cards kind of told me that there were no cards in the spread about an evil person. Okay. Hi, Geetha. What up? How you doing? What is Prem current feelings towards me? Okay. So, Geetha, let me see about this person. Bada bing, bada boom, and bada ba. So, Geetha, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say, but I kind of get the sense that, like, I don't think that Prem really likes you. I don't think this person hates you. I don't see anything that's like super intense and dark, but I just kind of get the sense that there was a time when you two were together, and maybe I'm not saying in any kind of way, but there was a time when you two sort of had to go off of one another. And I just think there was too much friction, and you're just kind of two people that don't work well together. And I kind of get the sense that maybe he or she doesn't really like you, but also doesn't like hate you or despise you. Um, it's nothing super intense, like super bad, but I mean, that's kind of the sense I'm getting. By the way, Hannah, I've been reading tarot cards since 2020. I think. I'm pretty sure it was early 2020 that I started doing this. Hi, Felicia. Hi, Raymond. Thank you, Felicia. I got up today, had some coffee. I did my morning ritual. I had coffee, I brushed my teeth, washed my face, lit some candles, lit some incense, did my dishes, did a few things around here just to kind of tidy up. I do that every morning. It's what I call getting my shit together. I just kind of tidy up. So Raymond wants to know, will I be able to get my dad's car running again? He gave it to me before he passed away. Okay. Raymond. All right, Raymond, let me see about this car. I never know what cards I'm going to get, and that's kind of what makes this fun. So this is kind of an interesting reading. So Raymond, I feel like Raymond, I don't really know what the situation is. I mean, I don't see any cards here about money, because that's what I was kind of expecting. And you please try not to say anything for a minute, but like, I don't really see any cards about money. I was assuming the reason you asked that was because money was an issue, but I feel like money is not even really the issue here. I kind of get the sense that, I mean, looking at these cards, it's like you feel kind of torn, because it's not that you don't have the money to fix it. You do have the money to fix it, but there's just so much wrong with it, and you feel like, I think it's about your dad. You want to kind of give his spirit some respect by keeping the car, but I also kind of get the sense there's so much wrong with it that you just don't feel like it's worth it. I mean, am I at all on the right track? Because I feel like money's not really the problem here. It's something else, which I'm assuming that's what it is. But to answer your question, you will be able to fix it if you want to, but I mean, it's up to you. Like, I feel like there's nothing that's going to be holding you back from fixing it, but just, I don't know, do whatever. I don't know. Anyway, all right, moving on. Hi, LP 8296. Would love a check-in read. Okay. Let me see what comes up. Okay, a check-in. Those are kind of fun to do. Oh, this is kind of a cool looking reading. So, LP. LP, I feel like you've been working very hard in your life, and it's sort of been building up to something. I think that the sense I get from these cards is that there's something that you're working towards. It's not so much that you're just working hard in life and saving money and just living life day to day. I feel like you actually have a goal and you've been putting so much effort into, and it's something big. It's something like really meaningful to you, and you've been working very hard to sort of get closer and closer to this thing. And I feel like now is a time in your life when you're definitely ready to sort of take the next step and advance even further. Um, I don't know if it makes you feel better. It should, but I see nothing but good energy, and I see all good stuff. So I don't think I really need to give you any advice because I think you're doing all the right things already. Alrighty. And these are the cards I got. It's kind of cool looking. Thank you, Hannah. I'm glad you're here. I always like to meet new people. Over time, I kind of get to know different people. Some people have different people have different opinions about things and different ways of thinking about things. Where do you see my love life going? Is it with the person I am wanting? Felicia wants to know. All right. Well, Felicia, I don't really know. I do think you're going to be married someday with a really good guy. I'm assuming you like guys because one of the good cards here is the King of Cups upright. Um, but uh, you know, I do have the marriage card in a good position, so I do think you're going to be married someday with someone that you really like and care about. Um, and I wouldn't rush it. I think everybody like, I don't think most people aren't born perfect. So, life, you have to kind of have experiences and learn from them. And life kind of has a way of shaping you over time. I mean, I still think you have some life to live before you're really ready to be with someone more seriously. But I wouldn't rush it. Um, but anyway, okay. All right, let me see. I need some beer. Beer. Oh. How's everybody doing? All right, let me see. I kind of have to pee. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go take a piss. I'll be right back. And I'm back. By the way, I have exciting news. Guess what I bought yesterday? So my dad gave me a few gift cards to Amazon for Christmas, and I told myself that I was going to spend it wisely and really only get stuff that I like that I'm like stuff that I won't regret buying. But yesterday I was kind of in a really bad mood and I was live and someone said to me that I should buy a plant. And so I thought that actually might cheer me up a little bit. And it did. And it's now that I've ordered something, I feel excited about when it comes. But I got a little bonsai tree. I forget what I bought, but the picture of it looked really cool. And it was like, I think it said it was a ficus, but it was cool looking. Um, I love little bonsai trees, but anyway, I'm pretty sure I got what was a ficus, and it's coming in the mail in well, I forget. I don't even know. I'm assuming in like a week or two, but I'm really excited. I hope I don't kill it. I've been having good luck, sort of. For the past couple of years, I've been having pretty good luck with my plants. I've been really good about watering them and taking care of them. Although I did just kill one of my plants that I just bought, but I immediately replaced it. But I'm really going to try to stay on top of that. I like plants. It's kind of a mind fuck to think about what they even are. Anyway, so I'm going to move on to, I need more beer. Duncan, so you want to know about love and money. You got to pick one for me to kind of focus on. Whether you want love or money, and then I'll do one of them. But let me move on to Giddy. I don't even know if you're still here, but you probably are. Marco, could I leave the whole world? Marco, I could leave the whole world for him. Should I act on it? Will he welcome me. The drama. All right. So you want to know, should you act on it? All right. Let me see what comes up. I'm having fun. It's not like I have anything else to do. Giddy. I think the answer is no. Okay. Like, I think that your name is Giddy, right? Am I not seeing that right? Yeah, Giddy. I think maybe you should try to open up your mind a little bit more and kind of think about the situation a little bit more. I have a feeling that he's really not the type of guy that you would want anyway. I'm assuming that's what you mean. But I might have this wrong, but I kind of think you should spend some more time thinking about different aspects of life and kind of see, like, keep yourself open to new ideas and think about, because I do, the sense I get is that you, very simply, should you act on it? I think you shouldn't. I don't think you should. Um, and something tells me that you have to look at your life as a whole and every aspect of it, love, work, money, adventure, all these different things, family dynamics, friendships, your past, think about what you want in the future, and like think about so much different stuff, and maybe keep yourself open to new ideas. All right. Hi, Smiley. What up? So Smiley wants to know what is coming for me in the new year. All right. I don't know what this new year is going to bring me. Isn't it so, like, it's kind of a thrill to think about what the future is? Because, I don't know, with everything we've been told our whole lives about what life is and what to expect, when you really think about what's going to happen in the future, it's like a thrill, but it almost to the point that it can be like creepy. Like, what is truly to come? Like, what could possibly happen? Where is this going to lead? It's crazy. So Smiley, I kind of get the sense that in the new year, um, I don't think you should expect much change. Um, I mean, I'm sure change is the nature of existence. I mean, things change. One minute I'm in this room, next minute I'm in a different room. Things change. Um, I don't think you should expect much to change this coming year. But I think that I think you will get what you want at some point, but it's not just about getting what you want. It's the way that you got what you wanted. Um, you know, if that makes you feel any better. Maybe it's just not the right time yet. All right, moving on. I can't with this reading. Um, Michelle Henley, hi. You want a general? Okay. Michelle. Michelle, the sense I get from these cards is that because you asked for a general, and most likely, um, in all probability, the cards you pull for a general, it probably just means it's kind of like a just reading into the energy that you're sort of currently living in, and then that might give me something to say. I see a lot of good energy around you. I see a lot of good fortune. I see support. But I think maybe your reaction to things, maybe when things don't quite go your way, or, I feel like when something happens to you, it can, and in all reality, it could be the littlest thing, and like you're left in devastation. So I would just try to like become more, and you might be aware of this already. Maybe it just helps to have someone else say it to you, but realize when something is a big deal and not a big deal. Um, and but also whenever you react to something, you are sort of under a spell. Like there's something that you believe in that moment, And it might be connected to a whole bunch of other beliefs too. It kind of goes back deeper into something else. But, you know, if you're kind of feeling devastation over something, it's because you kind of believe something is true. You know, like if someone dies and then, of course, you're devastated. Why are you devastated? It's because you're under the spell that the person is just gone and you'll never see them again. And so then you're left feeling devastated. So, but I mean, why? I mean, I'm not saying that this is just an example, but I'm just saying, like, that's a spell you're under. Because all these people told you all in your whole life that death is the end, and we're just living organic robots walking around, and you know, and then there's just the end. But that's a spell that you're under. That's a belief that you have, and it's really just because people told you that, and you bought it. Anyway, so to sum it up, I see a lot of good energy around you. I think that you are really lucky, and there's lots of good things going for you. But I would just work on being a little bit more introspective. Okay. The way you handle bad energy, maybe work on that. Something to chew on. So Felicia, the cards I got for you, it was, let me put myself back. You're wondering, I left you kind of confused. So, oh, I got the marriage card in a good position. I got a king card in a good position. I think it was the King of Cups. And then there was another one that actually looked kind of not. Oh, I remember. Oh, so you know what? All I'm gonna say to you, Felicia, because I kind of feel like, you know, I'm getting ideas in my head, but like I'm just gonna say, don't worry about it. Don't worry about your love life. It's all gonna work out. Because the reading I got for you was overwhelmingly positive and good. So that's all that matters. The Empress. All right. I think the Empress is up next. So I want to know, what is this card this man keeps asking me for? He is saying he wants to make sure I'm not just after his money. What is this card this man keeps asking me for? He is saying he wants to make sure I'm not just after his money. Okay, something about a card. Something about some kind of card. Well, the Empress, I don't know. I think you're giving me more credit than I deserve, but the Empress, something but a card. Well, you're saying it's a gift card. Okay, I feel like the Empress. See, that is not. I'm not that good. I mean, there are psychics in the world that can say like scary, specific stuff. I mean, I do say things that are specific, but it's kind of also, at least the way it comes across to me, it's still, even though it is specific in my mind, it's still, I feel like it's still vague, and that's how it works for me, and that's what I'm comfortable doing. Um, but you were asking me about and you just said that it's a gift card. Now, there's nothing in this reading about money. Um, I guess the focus isn't about money. It seems to be more of just. I also kind of get the sense that nothing is really that bad here. Um, I'm not getting any kind of energy about anything you should be suspicious of, but which would kind of lead me to believe that maybe you don't have to worry about him. If you're feeling like you're worried about him or he's some kind of problem, I don't think he is. Um, I think it might just, I guess, because I have two cards here that talk about kind of understanding something, and I'm not sure, but I don't know. I'm not saying he's Mr. Wonderful, but I don't think he's a problem either. It seems like he's probably just, what keeps coming to me is that this must be some kind of a test, but which, I mean, I don't know about all that, but um, shit, there was something else. I don't know, because I mean, you could just, I mean, the Empress, you know what advice I'm going to give you is like, how does he act? Is he pleasant? Is he polite? Um, cues like that. Like, is he nice to you? You could always have an open conversation with him. If something's bothering you, talk to him about it. And his responses to you will give you even more insight about how he thinks and how, come to your own conclusions about stuff like that. I get the sense that he's not exactly Mr. Wonderful, but he's not like a horrible person either. Um, and yeah, whatever you want to do with that information. But I will say, the Empress, I feel like I don't think the main focus is about money. Even though you seem to think he wants to make sure you're not after his money, I feel like that's kind of not even really what's going on. There's something else besides that, but I don't know. But okay, I'm so far behind. And Healing Hearts said I skipped her. Let me go back to Healing Hearts' question. So Healing Hearts asked, and by the way, sorry I skipped you. I didn't mean to do that. It's hard to keep up with all the comments. Why is Trey trying to reach out to me knowing he has a baby on the way with this Alexis girl? I'm not for the BS. Okay. All right. Well, that's a little shady, but let me kind of see if I can say something about this. Well, I think that so Healing Hearts, I think Trey is reaching out to you because he wants to reveal something to you that he believes this will be news to you. He believes that this will be new information to you. I will say overall, when I look at these cards, I don't think you should trust what he says, or at least take whatever he says with a little bit of a healthy dose of suspicion, because I think he's kind of a complicated person, and I just don't really completely trust him. There's something not quite right about this reading, and it's not even that I think he's not. I don't think he's a really evil person, but this is all kind of tricky. You know, I actually don't have any cards that are about like a horrible person. I don't think he's a horrible person, but I just think it's complicated, and there's something that's making me feel suspicious about like what his motives are. I don't necessarily think his motives are evil, but maybe he's just too complicated and needs to really get his shit together so he can like uh um I don't know. There's a difference between there's a difference to me between someone who's really a horrible evil person and someone who's just kind of an airhead who's kind of lost in bad habits. Like there's a difference between those two like ideas to me. I don't think he's an evil person, but I would just say he wants to tell you something. He wants to deliver some kind of news to you. And I would just, I wouldn't give him too much energy. All right. He has his own shit to figure out first. All right, I think up next. Let me see who's up next. Am I skipping anybody? Yeah, Michelle, I think I already did yours, but I did yours like I want to say like 20 or 15 minutes ago. So just go back in the video and you'll see it. I think up next it is Vicky. Vicky and then Isla. Yeah, I think that's Isla. So Vicky and Isla, are you still here? Vicky and Isla? All right, so Vicky's still here. That person's up next. Let me see. Who will come into my love life? All right. Let me see. Who will come into my love life? Well, I see someone coming in who I'm assuming, Vicky, that you like men, right? I mean, usually most women prefer men, but that's not always the case. I would say it's a man because all these pictures have men on them. Um, I don't know. I think this person maybe isn't the most confident person. Um, I have a feeling that maybe they come across as maybe quiet and not very confident. But I think this person is like a decent human. I mean, it kind of depends what you're looking for. I kind of have a feeling. I mean, if I'm just saying this because if this was me and this guy came, because I'm gay, but so I like men. If I met a guy who behaved like this, I mean, it's kind of not really like what I would want for very long. So, Vicky, if you're anything like me, I have a feeling that the person who's coming next, it's someone that is a kind, good person, but I just think you're going to want someone, let's just say, a little bit more fun. All right. Hi, Crystal. What up? Yeah, you can ask anything you want. I have to pee again. Beer goes right through me. Let me see. I think up next was Isla, but I don't think they're here because they never said they were still here. So let me go back up and see. So I think up next it is Sweetie. What does this say? I'm just going to call you Sweet. I don't know if you're still here, Sweet, but I'm going to call you, I don't know, Sweetie Soul. Let's go with that. You know I'm talking to you. So, could I please ask, once she, her authority, reads my packet, will she act accordingly or remain the same? Essentially, I'm asking if things will work out in my favor. All right, Sweetie Soul. Sweetie Soul. So, Sweetie Soul, hang on. No, you don't. You don't have to explain the whole thing to me. Basically, you were asking me, will this work out in my favor? I think it will work out in your favor, maybe not to the degree that you would hope, but I think when all is said and done, you will be better off than you were before, but maybe not as much as you would hope you would be. But whatever this is that you're asking me about, just go forward with it. Don't try to, don't go into old history or ancient history. Just like keep moving forward with whatever comes of this, accept it and then let it be and move on. Because I have a feeling I still don't really know what you're asking about, but something tells me that you're going to want to go back and change what came of it somehow. And I just think that maybe you would actually be better off and better things would come if you just went with how things happen. Anyway, all right. So love, hi love. What's coming for me 2 months from now? Love wants to know what is coming for me 2 months from now. What is coming for me 2 months from now? So love, I don't know if you're still here, but I think 2 months from now, I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for you. You're going to have a lot of burdens on your mind. although in the grand scheme of things, I think all of these burdens that you're going to be thinking about, when you really think about it, it's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. But I feel like you're sort of going to be what's that word? There's a word. You're going to be kind of wallowing in worry about things that actually don't really matter that much. So that kind of tells me that there are going to be bumps in the road and kind of things to worry about. I just want to be the voice in your ear that's telling you it's really not the end of the world. Money problems, but I don't know. There's always people you can reach out to if you need to talk to somebody. I'm sure you have many people like that in your life. I'm sure you have people like that in your life, even if maybe you don't know them personally. They are resources that are there for you. Alrighty. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for you. Nothing too major. I have to pee. Hang on. I'll be right back. And I'm back. All right. Who did I just talk to? Oh, I did Love's question. It's kind of sticky news, but let me see if I can. Okay, I did that. I already did that. Levi Anthony, are you still here? Levi, you're up next. And then I think it's Crystal. All right. You're welcome. So, man, may I know why Hero Sean called me today to say what? All right. So, Levi, I don't really see anything coming of this. So, I mean, even if this person does call you, I kind of feel like there's no forward movement. There's nothing is going to come of it. It's not going to, even if this person does call you, it's nothing will be different after the call. So, so if there is any kind of conversation, it's nothing that really matters. But Alrighty. I'm gonna light some incense. That sounds nice. I'm gonna do dragon's blood. Ooh, yeah. These are so good. I'm starving. Hey. I don't see an ember. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so Crystal's up next. Crystal, thank you so much for, if you're still here, thank you for sticking around. So, is my reversal working? I did something that added a punch. All right, let's see what comes up. Oh, shit. So, Crystal, I'm a little far behind on the questions. I'm sorry. I have some catching up to do. There's like, I'm answering Crystal's question right now, and there's like, probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 questions after that. Well, yeah. Well, Crystal, I definitely see that this reading sways positive, which I see as good news for you. I see friction. I see I definitely see that something is changing. Um, So, Crystal, I'm looking at these cards, and I pulled 3 cards, and 2 out of the 3 cards are both in good positions. They're both wands. And I'm kind of reading this as being a good thing. The only thing that's in reverse is the Empress, which I'm trying to... So it's not 100% like... it's not 100% perfect, but I definitely think changes are happening. There's still something a little off about it, but I suppose, I guess it doesn't matter, because if it's doing something, it's doing something. There's still something not quite right about it, but I suppose it doesn't matter, I guess. That's the only way I know how to read into this. I mean, I guess, Crystal, the only thing I can think about, because I mean, the sense I get from the cards is that whatever you're doing now, it really is kind of creating some kind of spiritual, magical friction. But I think that you could even if you're all alone, you could even, for all the spirits and whatever is out there, you could even make a bigger of a spectacle of yourself in a good way. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I mean, like, there's probably even something better you could do. But I guess in another way, I guess I don't know if that entirely matters, because I think something is still happening as a result of you using your words and actions and heart to make something happen. So I'm not entirely sure it even matters, but okay. So I think up next it's Kitty. Let me see. Kitty, are you still here? Wait, is that what that says? Yeah. Kitty. He ghosted me years ago. I'm heartbroken still. Will I ever have him again? Yikes. All right. So Kitty, you're still here. Let me see what comes up. Kitty, 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 Kitty. Okay, he ghosted you years ago. You're still heartbroken, and you want to know, will you ever have him again? Well, Kitty, like I'm a little confused, because I mean, first of all, the sense I get, because your question was singular in nature. You asked me a direct single question, and the response I'm getting from the cards is like, I don't think you're ever going to be with him. But also, like, I feel like even what you had with him to begin with was something that was kind of very insignificant. So I just don't know, like, what I don't understand is this deep feeling of hurt that you have over this person. But I think you'll find in good time you're going to meet someone else who's way better, and you're going to be completely healed from whatever hurt you're feeling now over this one guy. But, like, just give it time. You'll find someone else exactly at the right time, when you're ready to, and all will be well. give it time. And all right. All right, let me see who's up next. I think I need, no. My beer is getting close to empty, but it is not empty yet. I hardly ever get beer. It's because I'm poor. And I can't really afford to buy beer. But yesterday I was feeling rich. So Arcel, Arcel, are you still here? You want to know about your tenant, or you want to know, will I have a tenant soon? And after Arcel, it is, let me see. It's D. D has a question about a guy named Andrew. I'll give you guys a second just to let me know you're still here. I just don't want to give readings if the people already left. All right. I don't think either of these people are still here. Maybe D is, but okay. Well, I have a feeling. Who was the first one that I said? I think D might still be here, but the first person, the question about the tenant, I don't think that person's here anymore. So I'm going to answer just D's question for now. Is Andrew in a relationship and have kids? All right. All right. You want to know about Andrew? Is he in a relationship and does he have kids? All right, D. Okay, well, I don't think he has kids. The cards, in a very clever way, in a kind of a funny way, the cards are telling me that he doesn't have kids. But I do think he's in a relationship, although I think the relationship that he's in is kind of going nowhere. Like it's the relationship that he is in right now is kind of a shitty one. So that answers both questions. It's funny. I say that because like right before I pulled these cards, I was like, oh, because really you asked two different questions, but I thought, you know what? I usually only do one free question per person, but in my heart, in my opinion, that's something I should answer both of those things for you. That's like technically it is two different questions, but to me it's like you're kind of asking something that's all the same thing. Um, and I said to myself, I know for a fact there's going to be at least one card here that tips me off about children. Are there children? And the one card that's in reverse is the Five of Swords. And if you look at it, the reason I associate this with children is because you have the big guy and then you have the little people. Now, really, those people in the background are actually adults, but it's kind of funny how the cards, in kind of a weird way, showed me about children. Because it was like, you know, because there aren't many cards in the deck about people that are sort of made to look smaller because of perspective. So I love how tarot cards do that. But anyway, who's up next? Let me see. Bada bing. Oh, it was Arcel. Yeah, I don't think that person's here. So up next is wait a minute. Oh, I could have sworn D was up next. I did say that, right? Now I don't even see that comment. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah. So I think Susan is up next. Susan Gonzalez, are you still here? And after Susan Gonzalez is Devin. All right, Susan's still here, and I'm pretty sure Devin is still here too. So let me scroll up to Susan's question. Will there be a reconciliation with Brian, relationship-wise? All right. Susan, there. I'm like, there is so much dust in the air right now because the sun is shining right on my face, and in my sight, I can see all the little specks of dust floating in the air, and it's like, my God, I need to get one of those like air purifier things. I've never used one of those, but I doubt they even really work. But maybe. I remember when I was a kid, there was this thing that kept coming on TV. It was always this commercial for this thing. I forget what it was called, but it was like a new fancy type of air purifier. But instead of like having a filter, like some kind of cloth filter, it had these like 3 metal rods that shot down the middle of it. And then it would show the person, the way you clean it is you take out the rods and you rinse them underwater. Something about like the dust was attracted to the rods or something. I don't know. I haven't seen commercials for that since I was like 10, but it was something about that. So Susan wants to know, will there be reconciliation with Brian relationship wise? Okay. Susan, I looked at the cards and immediately I was thinking that, I don't think you'll ever have reconciliation with this person. But I also kind of get the sense that the energy between the two of you currently isn't even that bad. Like, I feel like whatever happened between the two of you, whatever kind of conflict there was, it was all very small and probably stuff that was a little bit on the petty side. And I just kind of get the sense that whatever energy is between the two of you now isn't even that bad currently. And I don't think you'll ever find reconciliation. So I would just say let him go and just start thinking about the future a little bit more and what you really want out of life and what you really want out of other people and what you expect and what your standards are, and start dreaming about the future. All right. I think up next I think it's Devin. I think. Let me see. Oh no, it's Tina. I almost skipped Tina. So it's Tina and then it's Devin. So Tina wants to know, will he leave? Will he leave? All right, Tina. Okay. So Tina, this is what I'm getting from these cards is that I think, and hear me out, you don't have to confirm this, at least not now, maybe in a minute or two. I kind of feel like the answer is yes and no. I think he will leave, but he'll never be gone because I feel like there's something that really ties the two of you together in kind of a concrete way. Um, you're never going to fully get rid of him. And so I think that's my answer to you. I don't know if it's because you have kids together or maybe you work together or something, but and I feel like this was romantic in nature. The guy you're asking about, I do feel like at least at one point you two were in love romantically. I don't think you're ever going to get rid of this person because there's something that's keeping you two tied together energetically. So whatever that means to you. But I do think that none of it's going to matter in the end because you have a bright future ahead of you and all will be well. All right. Now, did that sound at all right? Marriage. Oh. I don't think it's marriage. I feel like there's something else going on here, but all right. Okay. Okay, Devin's question. So it's Devin. Do you see AG, the Taurus woman, contacting me? Okay. So, Devin, you want to know about the Taurus woman contacting you and if she will or if she won't. Devin, I feel like the answer is no, although I kind of feel like you're dodging a bullet here. Something tells me that this woman is bad news, and I mean, I have 3 cards here, and they're all kind of scary looking. I mean, and especially 2 of them are like scary cards that you get in readings that are supposed to scare you. So I feel like she's probably not going to contact you, but I think that's a very good thing. And also, in this whole reading, I don't know if this means anything to you, but I don't see any cards here about romance. I see a lot of cards about money and financial energy. So I don't know what she means to you, but I feel like that's exactly what other people mean to her. Okay, moving on. I need more beer. Give me a second. I'm going to go get another beer. Hi, and I'm back. Cheers. Not sponsored by Bud Light. Can you imagine if one day my witchy channel gets so popular that I'm sponsored by somebody? I mean, it certainly what the fuck. It certainly wouldn't fucking be Bud Light, but I don't know. Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I always see these people that are like sponsored by all kinds of stuff, which I don't know what that means. I think it's like, although how would they even know to contact me? Even if my channel did get bigger someday. Although I leave my email in the description of all the videos, but I don't know. Like some witchy subscription box asks to sponsor me. That's the only thing that would ever happen to me. Those are the only kind of sponsorships that witches get on YouTube. Stuff like that. Which is crazy. I love witchy subscription boxes. But sometimes they're a little bit hit and miss. Like the last one I got, which usually when I subscribe to stuff like that, it's only for like a month or two. Just because the thing I love so much about subscription boxes is that you never know what you're going to get. Like it's always a surprise. And I love surprises like that. Even if it's kind of something shitty, there's always like one or two or three really good things in the box. So that makes it worth it. And it's just fun to look through it, and it's fun. And you look forward to getting it. They're just, whoever came up with the idea to do that, whatever kind of subscription box it is, whether it's witchy stuff or makeup or crystals or clothes or whatever, such a good idea. Whoever thought of that first was a genius. So, but like the last witchy subscription box I got was like, I want to say like a year and a half ago, or maybe it was, well, no, it was, no, I think it was a little over a year ago. And the whole theme of the subscription box was about some kind of goddess of death. And every spell and everything that came in the box, it was all about like accepting death and seeing death as like a good thing. And which to me is like fucked up. I'm gonna, in my whole life as a witch, I'm gonna try everything I can possibly do to stay young and not die, if you ask me, because I don't want to die. But even if the afterlife, the whole transition to it isn't even something that's really a big deal, but I'm certainly going to try not to die. But like it even the subscription box even came with a jar of bath salts for what I lovingly call a death bath, which you put the bath salts in the water. And then I think what the directions said, you're supposed to soak in the bath and think about death and like see it as a good thing and just part of life. And I'm like, fuck you. I know I'm not going to do that. Literally death bath salts. I just threw them away. I don't know what comes of rituals, but that's one ritual I'm certainly not going to do, because I don't even want to put that out there at all. Anyway, so who's up next? It is Nina Thomas. Nina, are you still here? And after Nina, it's Rara. Hi, Rara. By the way, now that I think about it, I should do some kind of subscription box. Or buy some kind of mystery box. They have those on Amazon. You can get like, they probably have it with all different kinds of stuff. Or get some kind of mystery box so I have no clue what's in it. That'd be sick. All right, so Nina's still here. And the question was, could I know his next move towards me? All right. I think I might get in drag today. What do you guys think about that? I haven't done drag in like, I think it's been like over a year now. I have nothing to say though. The only reason I would do that is to record some videos for the internet, but as of right now, I don't think I have any ideas of anything to say. Hey, Nina. Nina, his next move towards me. All I'm gonna say to you is that, like, I think what he does next, especially the things that he says, I think what he does next might kind of disappoint you, and it's not going to be exactly what you were hoping for. But at the same time, I actually don't think that he's a bad person. And just as a little piece of advice, try to keep him around, keep him in your orbit, because I think you won't regret doing that. But I think what's coming next might be a little bit of a disappointment. But like I said, just kind of keep him around. Don't take what he says and what he does and then just be disappointed and then just toss him aside and move on. I would say take what he says, think about it, come to your own conclusions, but kind of keep him around a little bit. All right. Okay. Oh. So up next, it's Rara. What's coming towards me in January? Let me see. So Rara, let me see what comes up in the cards. I'm having fun today. Yesterday I went live and I only gave like 2 readings, but I was live for like an hour. I was in a really bad mood and I just didn't have the drive to do this, but today I'm having a lot of fun. So Rara, the sense I get from these cards is that in January, I see a lot of like, I feel like January, it's going to be like problem after problem after problem. But if it makes you feel any better, every single problem that comes your way, I think you're going to figure it out and rise above it somehow. Because I think a lot of the energy that's going to be in your orbit in January, it's going to be very like, you're going to be very lucky and you're going to say the right thing at the right time and do the right thing at the right time. So even though January, it might seem like you're having all these problems after problems, just kind of notice the fact that you figured them all out as they came, and every problem you will solve. So, but I do also see a little bit of a betrayal in January. I think someone close to you is going to maybe betray you. I think it's a woman, and maybe somebody who is your elder. Okay? All right. All right, Wildflower. Hi, Wildflower. In case I make a phone call, will the outcome be good for me or should I avoid the call? Okay. Wildflower, that's interesting. Let me see what comes up. All right. Wildflower wants to know about the phone call. So Wildflower, the sense I get is that whatever kind of phone call you wanted to make, it was really just to get some ideas from somebody else. It wasn't about necessarily um, money. It wasn't a phone call about getting some kind of money or making money or giving back money, because there's no cards in here about money. 2 out of the 3 cards are both swords, and they're both in reverse. The one card that's upright is a really great card, so there is a big blessing here. I feel like the call you want to make, it's more about getting an idea about maybe a thing or a person. Um, I do kind of get the sense that the outcome of the phone call would just kind of get under your skin. It would cause you annoyance. Although at the same time, I kind of feel like it's important that you make the call, because I think it would be good for you just to see, like, let the truth come to the surface. And because you're better, whatever the result of the phone call would be, you're better than it. And like, you know, I think it might hurt you at first, but I think it's good that you at least do it, so you can really get a good understanding of who and what you're dealing with. All right. Okay, our cell is back. So will I get a good tenant soon? Let me see. A good tenant. Okay. Will our cell get a good tenant? I know what that word means. It's like a renter. I watch Judge Judy a lot. Arcel, I think the answer is yes. I think you're going to get a tenant, and I think you're going to get a really good one. Unfortunately, I don't think that the person will be there for that long. I kind of get the sense that, which I mean, I guess the point is that you are going to get someone, and someone really good that you really like, and someone that you want to be there, which means they are respectful, they're clean, they're all those things. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be there for all that long. But I guess I suppose nothing lasts forever. So enjoy the blessing while you have it. Alrighty, moving on. Do I have to pee again? Didn't I just fucking pee like 5 minutes ago? This is why I don't drink beer. All right, that's not the reason. It's because I'm poor. But another thing about beer is that it makes you pee every like 10 minutes. Hang on, I'll be right back. Hi. I need to smoke some tobacco. I'm finally caught up. Wow. It's been a while. All caught up. Anyway, so hi, Kara. Ooh, a ghost just tapped on my TV. Spooky. Well, I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was something that I heard with my sense of hearing. All right. Well, I have a love life near. Oh, next year. Got it. Okay. Well, I have a love life next year. Well, Kara, I do see love in the new year. I don't think it's going to be anything that lasts forever, but I don't think love and romance is really the main point of the next year. I think 2026 for you is going to be all about building your personal power, building your confidence, building your power in every way, whether it's money or your mental strength or your physical strength or um, I mean, in every way. I think 2026 is going to be a kind of a pivotal year for you. There's really going to be a lot changing, all in good ways. But I don't think that 2026 is the year where you're going to really meet a romance that's super significant. But I do think that that will be present at times. All right. But don't take my word for gospel. See where things go. But I'm probably right. Oh, I'm having so much fun today. This is great. The sun is right in my eyeballs. Oh, so anyway, you know what I bought? Today, I bought some air plants. I bought air plants today, and because I've bought them many times in my life, not in my whole life, but just in the past few years, I've bought them many times, but I always end up killing them, which is kind of a joke because they're like the easiest things to take care of. With air plants, from what I've read, once a week you're supposed to soak them in water for 10 minutes, let them air dry, and then put them back. And that's all you have to do once a week. It's a simple process, takes 2 seconds to do, but I always kill them because I always wait way too long until I water them. But I've been on the fence lately about buying more of them because I'm like, oh, I know I'm going to kill them. But I've been really good especially now that I'm not working. I don't have a job because I quit again. So I do sort of try to find things to keep myself busy. And one of those things is taking care of all my plants. So I have been really good about like taking care of everything. So I think if I get air plants now, I probably will do the right thing and like not kill them. And if one of them does die, then it probably is just going to happen anyway. And Arcel, to answer your question, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, wow. I've been live. That can't be right. There's not a clock, but there's like a timer on. Well, it's more of a stopwatch, but there's a thing at the corner of the screen that I'm looking at, and it says how long that I've been live for, and it says 2 hours and 5 minutes. And I swear, the last time I looked at that, it said like 55 minutes. So legit, like over an hour has gone by since I last looked at that, and it doesn't seem like it's been that long. That's so weird. How bizarre. That last hour flew by. Anyway, I actually think I'm going to go now. I have to go clean my oven because I had a little bit of an accident on Thanksgiving. I mean, Christmas. I had this whole thing happen on Christmas, and let's just say now I have to clean my oven. I sprayed it a few hours ago, but I just wanted to let it soak in for a little while. But it should be good now to wipe off. I'm going to go clean my oven, maybe water some plants, watch some TV, and just drink beer and be in heaven. And maybe I'll find something else to do too. I don't know, something that seems fun. All right. I had fun today. Thank you for watching, and I don't know. Enjoy the rest of your day. Try to keep yourself busy and do fun stuff. All right. Bye.